of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Stammer, ding dong, loop de loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. That face when you're Mr. Boop. My name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and I am Mr. Boop.
My name's Lisa Doop, and I'm Mr. Boop.
Lisa, it's
Season 3!
we've been in season 3. We started season 3 already.
What?
Lisa, it's Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020, and today we're reading the 111th Mr. Boop strip. This one goes up to 111. What happens in today's Mr. Boop?
In today's Mr. Boop, we have a juicy 4-parter.
Shadow synopsis. A juicy 4-parter. you just copied that off the tweet.
No, I read it
as expected.
You wrote that one, and I just read out juicy 4-parter out loud from the thing because I was reading it and like, I'll do that one. I was like, well, I don't know.
What was the thing I had originally written?
I think he just said a 4-parter or something like that.
No, I was writing something completely different. Let me look at the edit history.
Well, now.
Replaced a juicy 4-parter with wait. Alright, it was 4 pages today. Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Electries. Shadow synopsis, a juicy 4-parter. As expected, book 3 of Mr. Boop stars the main character, Mr. Boop. Mr. Boop.
Oh my god.
A little bit insight there. Secondary shadow synopsis, Mr. Boop. That's the secondary shadow synopsis. So we got 4 pages today.
Yeah, wow.
As the shadow synopsis as stated.
Yeah. It's a juicy 4-parter.
It sure is. Page
A.
Page 1. I was trying to remember. Did I just say page a minute ago? I did say page. So
yeah,
4 pages. First page, 4 panels. Panel 1. Alec Robbins has used the watercolor shading he is often uses. He's using it here to create a darkness, like show that it's not usually it's just a light void, like not colored in void, but now it's colored in, so it's like dark.
Yeah,
they're in the dark.
A bold new decision.
There's a speech bubble in front of this that's not colored in, and it says we come in the middle of a sentence.
And in conclusion, merchandising sales are lagging. ...
What is ... What do you mean?
Well, see, we've been calling them electries, and I just figured, since it's 3 dots, wouldn't it be like make more sense to call it ...
I'm too tired to argue with this. Panel 2. We see a close-up of someone, but it's not. We don't see their face. It's close-up of their torso and their hands crossed in front of them.
It's the Shinji's dad pose.
Right, it's the Shinji's dad pose. And they're wearing...
Ikari is the character's name, I think.
And they're wearing Shinji's dad gloves.
Yeah.
Very detailed gloves, otherwise known as... but like also old-timey cartoon character gloves. I feel like we've talked about this. Oh, yeah, because it was at the end of the book... there was a preview at the end of book 2, yeah.
Yeah. Where we got to see someone.
And we see a little bit of detail of a suit behind the gloves.
Yeah.
and I don't know what they're looking. There's something on the bottom of the page that is in front of them. I don't know if that's part of their design or if that's there's like
it looks
a
like a
paper in
name
front of
tag to
them,
me.
or
Yeah, like some sort of you see on a desk.
oh, it's
my
I'm looking ahead. It's their nameplate,
What?
but we only see the very top of it.
Mm.
So they've got a speech bubble in front that says, "Oh, Electro Heart, and how do you propose we fix that, Electro Heart?"
Oh man, this guy's scary. Finally, we're being introduced to an antagonist in the comic of Mr. Boop.
I don't know. I think he seems like a nice guy. Let's
He's
hear him out.
He's trying to solve merchandise sales lagging.
Let's hear him out. Yeah, exactly. He just wants to the books to sell, you know.
Merchandise sales. Yeah.
Panel 3, we see a nervous little guy. Not as little as Alec. It's just a nervous guy.
Yeah.
He's got his arm behind his head and other arm tugging at the collar of his suit jacket, which is over a
White.
tie. He's sweating and grimacing, and he's standing in the dark, and he's got a speech bubble.
Well, sir, it might not hurt to put out a new cartoon.
Yeah, and Electries after Sir as well. And the person he's talking to responds, "Sure, call up Popeye then."
Whoa!
Oh shit!
It's a
Popeye-
It's a Being Mr. Boop reference.
Popeye drop.
Woo woo!
Y'all ready for the Popeye drop?
Write that down. Popeye drop. Number of
Popeye
days since
drop?
our last Popeye reference.
Since the strips
Since
Popeye
the strip's
reference.
last Popeye reference.
Make a tab for that. I'm too tired. Panel 4, we zoom in on this nervous man, and he's doing that two fingers touching pose, like the unless pose, but he's not doing it like unless, but he's just
He's just
doing
nervous.
that pose, yeah, because he's nervous, and he's grimacing even harder. He's like biting his lip, sweating.
He's like a scrunched up Muppet.
His hands are twitching.
Yeah. Got big hair.
Hmm.
Got big hair.
Not much bigger than Alex.
Eh.
He looks very tired as well, exhausted. And he's got a speech trouble. He's got two speech troubles, actually. 2-part.
Popeye's still in rehab, sir. And this is a new thing. We haven't seen this before. This is an Electries, but the Electries are commas. Right?
No.
Is it? Looks like commas
No.
to me.
No, this is just an Electries.
Ah. Someone's got to invent that.
What would be the point of that?
I don't know. To demonstrate a more nervous version of Electries. Like, oh.
Do you think his sweat is actually commas?
Yes. Next question.
He's also swallowing
more
nervously.
Right.
Like
No
we
more
can see,
stupid
we can
questions.
see his. We couldn't see his neck in the previous panel, but we see his neck in this one, and he's got a lump in his throat.
Like a Jabba the Hutt neck. Oh wait, no, that's just the bottom of his tie. I thought that was like a fat fold.
Yeah, I thought that at first too. I think it's not. What does the second
it
part of the
isn't.
speech bubble say?
And wait, Electries and actually Electries. Electries.
This guy likes his Electries.
Yeah.
Page 2. Who is texting me? It's the Wordle thread, of course. Page 2. We get it's a reverse shot, so we see the man he's talking to again, but it has panned up a bit, so we see the top of his suit, we see his tie, We don't see his hands anymore because they're covered up by a speech bubble partially. Not partially, fully. We don't see the hands at all. And we see the bottom of his head, his square jaw, his pencil thin 2-part mustache, and his very detailed mouth. We see the very bottoms of his earlobes, and he's kind of like speaking out of the side of his mouth through his gritted teeth. And he's got a speech bubble that takes up half the panel, but only says "spit it out," like. And the line of the speech bubble is trailing to like come through his teeth.
I like when comics do that.
It's certainly a choice here. Like the way the speech bubble is doing a lot of work here. It's not just functioning as like a speech bubble.
It's depicting tone.
Yes. Panel 2. Is this just a reverse shot of? Yeah, this is pretty much a reverse shot. Previous shot. But the nervous man is a little bit more off panel, I guess, to fit in the speech bubble. And he's looking away. His gritted teeth, his grimace is like all wobbly now. And he's avoiding eye contact with this person. And he's got a big speech bubble
that says, "The boys in analytics tell me people have been asking for a new cartoon starring and this is like a quadruple Electries?
It's
Double
it's
and a
almost
half.
it's a triple -1.
Yeah. Triple -1 Electries. Add that to the slang guide.
No, I would rather die. And the man he's talking to responds, "Who?"
And who
Double
is
AU
underlined?
bang. It is underlined, yeah.
Yeah. He thinks that they wanted more cartoons starring Doctor Who.
Yeah. Are there any cartoons starring Doctor Who?
No, none that made it into production. Anyway.
Well,
no, yeah, there are. There are a few.
I figured. Yeah. All right. Panel 3, almost the same shot as the previous panel. Almost exactly. But his arms are up and like kind of like he's kind of in a defensive position, like arms in front of him, flinching. He's flinching. His face is flinching as well. His eyes are closed. The lump in his throat is even more exaggerated now. Sticking out. Oh, we see his ear. We didn't see his ear in the previous panel. And he's got a little tiny wiggly wobbly speech bubble.
Says, "Your daughter."
And we cut back, reverse shot to the man again. It's the same shot, but we see his gloves now, so we still see the bottom of his face, and he has a neutral expression. His mouth is just flat, and it's the same glove hand pose, and he's got a little pocket kerchief. What is it called?
Handkerchief.
Is it just called a pocket kerchief? I thought I had a specific name. I don't remember. Page 3. 4 panels again. We have a shot of one of the gloved hands like gesturing towards the guy he's talking to, I guess. There's lots of motion lines. This is weirdly detailed for Alec Robbins.
Yeah.
And he's got a speech bubble that says, "Well, I suppose she's made her little point by now, don't you?" point is underlined, and there's an electro heart after you. Cut back to the shot, the previous reverse shot, I guess, of the nervous man, and he has his arm around his neck. It's another type of nervous pose.
Yeah.
He's biting his
He's
lip
got-
again.
Alex got so many of these in the you know, in store for us to see.
And the boss man guy, he's got a speech bubble coming from off panel that says, "Marrying that nobody just to upset me." Nobody's underlined. And the nervous man responds with a tiny speech bubble with an electries inside.
Yeah, he's speechless. There's a beat, you know. Pause.
Yes. Panel 3 of page 3. Similar shot. It's panned down a bit, I guess. It's panned down a little bit, or maybe not even yet. No, it's zoomed out a little bit, and the nervous man is kind of like shot up a little bit because he's taking a very surprised pose. In fact, there's some excite trikes come off his head. Remember that? Remember that term?
No,
That's a deep cut slang guide term. We haven't used that one in a while.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on. It's time for everyone's favorite segment. We're bringing this back from season 1. It's the slang guide quiz or whatever it was called. Lisa,
You can't hide from the slang guide, is what it was called.
what is an electro point? No
Yes.
cheating.
And fucking what's it called?
No cheating.
What are they really called? I don't know.
That's so good. You don't even remember what they're actually called now.
I sometimes say in regular conversation. No, exclamation
Yeah,
mark.
me too. For like electro point and electoral heart, I have to stop myself from saying that now.
I was joking. Your brain's broken.
Oh, come on. It is. Oh, electries is the other one then. No, yeah. What's an electro point? You're not joking.
Exclamation mark.
You didn't remember.
I did remember.
Electro bubble. What's an electro bubble?
Electro. That's when bubble is spiky. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
2 for 2. What's an electro heart?
Question mark.
Yes. What's an electrile bang?
This will be good for the new listeners as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what an electro bang is.
Oh, come on. Give it a
is that
go.
Question mark exclamation point.
Close. It's electro point, electral heart. So it's the reverse of that. What's an AU bang?
That's question mark exclamation point.
Yes. Question mark exclamation point. Oh, that's why we called it that. I was wondering why it was a Moonbase Alpha reference. I forgot about that. Question mark exclamation point. Question mark exclamation point.
How could we?
I assume that occurred to us. I assume that's why.
Yeah, that is why.
What's an electries? ... Yes. What's a funny little one?
Oh, those are great. Are they like the swivel lines, whatever you call them?
Yeah, tildes, I think they're actually
Yeah.
called. Let me Google that. Yes.
Google funny little one.
That's a much better name, though. What's the expression chair? We're getting into the actual useful slang now.
That's the chair that he sits in when he's at therapy.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
I didn't think you remembered any of this from the way you talk about it. What is the my wife
I study
face?
what I hate. What wife? That's
What
the
is
face he
the-
does when he's thinking about his wife.
Yeah, it's his ear digger grin. Yeah, close enough. What are heart flies?
The little hearts that go around him.
Yeah. What are excite trikes?
The little triangles that go, the anime triangles. That are
Yeah.
on someone's.
Yeah. Bold
Reacting.
neoflex, you could say.
Sure, you could.
Yeah. What's the flapper shot?
The flapper shot is the establishing shot, right? It's like it shows most of the pan. It shows the location.
Exactly. Establishing or wide shot, yeah. And what's a talkie?
A talkie, is that when I don't know. I don't know what a talkie is. No, I don't know what a talkie is.
Hmm?
I can't guess.
Make an educated guess.
I don't know. Is it when fucking you see Alec and his wife Betty Boop?
Is it just when you see Alec and Betty Boop together?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Is that what a talkie is?
No, it's when a character is expressing with their hand like out.
Oh,
That Posey does often.
that one's not.
Let's see if there's been a talkie yet so far. There has not been a talkie in this strip.
Mhm.
So the nervous man is like kind of
No, wait. There's
Should-
one more, wasn't there? The fucking. There was one more. I swear.
that was all. That's all
No,
that's
no,
written
no.
down.
There was. Well, also there's the marital status drop, right? That's when
That's
marital
not a.
status
That's
is-
not slang.
But there was one that I made up, wasn't there? That was pornographic or whatever. Or was
What?
I don't remember. Oh well.
The slang guide is locked. But the marital status drop, that's a thing, but it's not slang. That's
Sure.
yeah. So yes, this nervous man is kind of like shooting up, like, oh, surprised, mouth agape,
Yeah. Real
eyebrows still nervous, still sweating,
nice- Great drawing.
sweat
of a
coming off
mouth,
him.
I think.
His elbows are all pointed now. He's so shocked.
Yeah.
He's got that 80s
businesswoman.
power jacket,
Yeah.
power suit jacket for women in the 80s.
He's got a giant phone up to his ear.
For 80s girl bosses.
Just trying to make it in this world.
Yeah. Yeah. The person, the boss man, whatever he's talking to, has a speech bubble from off panel that says, "We can only let her play these games for so long. Call her back in."
Yeah. We know.
And
wait.
there's an
Um.
electro bubble
Yes.
with dialogue in it. Electro bubble, sorry, electro bubble. What does it say?
Oh wait, I want to say that in the top right-hand panel, marital status drop. She's
Oh
married.
yeah, marrying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's somebody's marital status, right? We
Yeah.
don't know whose.
Well, it says that. Oh yeah, you're right. All right. All right. We don't know yet.
So what does it say in the electro bubble?
We can only
electro bubble
What? Right away, sir.
with 3 electro points. Yeah. Panel 4. This is an important panel.
I'm sitting out for this one.
What?
Sitting out for this panel.
Why?
Just felt like I've seen the rest of the strip. I got the gist.
Okay. We zoom out. We see. We first of all we cut back to the reverse shot of the boss man, but we zoom out and now we see all of him. First of all, we see at the bottom we see the nameplate says Mr. Boop, President of Cartoons. Maybe I should have revealed this a different way. Maybe I should have described him first, and then, because that's kind of how you would look at it. But it's Mr. Boop. This guy's name is Mr. Boop.
It's Mr.
He's got
No
a
boops in
suit. He's
this
got the
one.
gloves. You know, we described all that already. But we see the top of his head. He's got a hairstyle akin to Betty Boop's with the spikes and stuff. It's akin to how Alec draws Betty's hair at this point in the strip, with the spikes. And he's got eyebrows and bags under his eyes. He looks very.
At this point,
boss-like.
Betty Boop is just like his OC, you know?
He should be called
completely
Mr.
different.
Boss.
Yeah.
Well, this actually is.
Right to Alec.
This is one of
right
the
to
few real OCs
Yeah.
in the comic that isn't just a throwaway character like the Nervous Man.
Yeah.
This is like, I think this is the one OC in this comic that actually has a name.
No, there's Dr. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, that's right. They did give him a name. Yeah, that's an OC as well. The character named Sonic the Hedgehog is an OC. Ironically.
I love
And there's a little thought bubble coming off of his head that says Betty Electro Heart.
Just to make sure you've caught on at this point that, you know,
Just as a little
daughter.
gag at the end.
yeah. Betty. Because maybe you're thinking, oh, maybe he has another daughter? Which he does. We saw it in the guest strips.
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah.
Betty has a sister.
Yeah. Unless it's a... No. Yeah.
Hmm?
No, never mind. Yeah,
Well,
maybe
it's
his daughter.
Mr. Moob Legends, you know.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it could have happened. They tell legend! Betty Boop's sister
Page
is
4.
dating some girl.
The final page of this strip is one of those. It's one of these pages where it's just black and it has text over it
Go back to
saying
an
like
Oreo
bookend or
finale.
whatever, and it says in written text, Book 3, Cease and Exist.
Oh, I love this pun, by the way.
I don't
3 is
think
in
that's what
Roman
this-
numerals.
Is that what this book is actually called? I feel like that's not true.
No, that's what it's called. That's what it's called on the front of the book as well,
Oh, okay.
of the physical copy.
I don't know why that seemed wrong to me. And there's a little
Or maybe
thought
it was
bubble in
cease to
the
exist?
top.
I don't know.
There's a little thought bubble in the top left of the panel, the one big panel, and it says, "It's time for you to finally come home to Daddy."
It's like Evangelion.
Huh?
Like Evangelion.
I'm gonna have to watch it to understand this strip now. But I can't. I'm still watching Dr. Stone. Only one anime at a time for me. When in the last panel when he was saying Betty, I thought it was just like a funny thing. Like he's just thinking about just in case you didn't get it. He's just thinking Betty, but it was
Betty.
actually the start of a sentence.
Yeah.
I think it would have been funnier if it was just like,
Betty, my daughter.
you know, when you're playing Animal Crossing and you walk up to like a peach on the ground, and a thought bubble appears above your head or above the item, and it says peach.
No, it never happened to me.
You know, yes, it has. You know what I'm talking about. The character, your little character controlling, it thinks peach time.
Peach time.
Peach time.
Peach time.
He's thinking Betty time here.
Getty Bime.
Stop, Betty time. So that was the first or second strip, depending on who you ask, of book 3.
Yeah.
It It
Welcome
seems
to
like the
se-
previous strip is not part of book 3, but it is the official strip 110. It's not like an extra bonus
Yeah.
strip. So that's interesting.
Woo! We did it, everyone.
There's a lot. I think this Patreon comment puts it very aptly, which is they say the plot thickens.
It's true.
It's
I
spelled.
thought you
This
were
is
gonna- I
this key smash is spelled DSHGAF DHGAF HDA. And someone else commented. I don't know. I try not to read the Patreon comments every time, but this I like this.
There's
They
usually
said, "Wait."
not that many, so it's fine.
No, there's usually Patreon comments, but it's like you could follow Patreon. I don't know. Like we have our own thoughts. Says, wait, this seems to be a mistake. This mysterious new character seems to have a nameplate that properly belongs to you, Alec. Because oh no, wait, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm finally acknowledging this person's funny comment 2 years later. I'll give it a like. Here, one other person had liked the comment, but I can't see who it is. I assume it was Mr. Boop himself.
Yeah, probably.
They
Mr.
didn't
Boop
like
like-
the key. He didn't like the key smash comment.
No, he hated that one.
This is an interesting development. I love that he mentioned Popeye.
Yeah. He really.
Did you make the tab on the spreadsheet?
Yeah, I made the tab. But I cannot promise I will update it.
I'll update it. I'll remember every time Popeye comes up. I'll be like, oh, Popeye reference.
Well, no, because it's days since the last Popeye reference is the name of the tab.
And then we'll just put it back to 0. We could also just do the math.
No.
Why did you wrote it like in all capitalized, but you also capitalized the I in Popeye, like the word I, and reference is not capitalized, and you spelled it reference.
I got these funny typing quirks.
And you also
Sometimes when
had-
I'm just typing on autopilot,
when you filled
I
in the
capitalize.
first tab here on the spreadsheet, it goes over to the second tab and fills in the second tab as well. So you just wrote the information in the third tab.
Yeah,
So the first 2 rows,
genius.
you know, you can just extend the length of the rows like this, right?
I think I know more about Excel than you do.
I just fixed it just now.
I think I know more about Excel.
So, how does this work?
What? Days since last Popeye reference?
Yeah, do we just
reference? Wait,
change
did
it to a Roman
did you
numeral
correct
every
the-
day?
Did you correct the spelling of reference?
Hmm?
Never mind. I thought you corrected the spelling of reference.
No, I didn't change anything.
Because I was
I
gonna
am gonna
pronounce
I am
it.
gonna
I was-
change Popeye. That
No!
bothers me. I is not capitalized in Popeye.
It is. It is.
Don't
It's 2
change it back.
words. It's 2 words. What's this?
He's not called Popeye because his eye pops. What is days since last Popeye reference? Yo, do you think has there ever been a Popeye and Pompeii crossover? Popeye has so many crossovers. There should be a Popeye strip where he goes to Pompeii. I'm about to burn to this. It's my Popeye voice.
Sucked.
Wait. Let me actually think about it.
Rock announcement. Popeye.
Yes.
No. Ryan is doing a bit. Ryan
It's not a
is
bit.
doing a bit.
It's not a bit. It's not a full-on bit. Leave me alone. I've been up for 36 hours. When I Google Popeye Pompeii, there's a song by a SoundCloud track by someone named Popeye, and there's a track called Pompeii. That doesn't count.
Okay.
That's not Popeye at Pompeii. Popeye
Well,
Pompeii.
you know what? I disagree.
And we got Popeye, we got Pompeii, we got.
That's
Papa
enough
Boop.
for me. That counts enough for me. I don't know about you.
It doesn't count for me.
Well, too bad.
You should just at this point you should just write Jason's last Popeil reference and put it to 0.
Mr. Popeil!
Yeah, Mr. Popeil.
Me and one of my friends, me and my friends pretty much all like B-52s, and we listened to that Weird Al song. It's a B-52s piece.
But you know he's a real person, right?
Yeah. But I was referencing the Popeye, the Weird Al song when I said.
It was also the first thing I thought of, but I was like, well, he exists outside of the song, so
Yeah,
maybe I don't want to make it about the song.
I listened to me and one of my friends were listening to the song, and midway through it, whilst we were talking, we paused and said like, I just realized we're not listening to a B-52s song. Like, it's so close to how their song sounds that we just forgot that it was a Weird Al.
Do you do that with Dare to Be Stupid?
No.
Because that's better than a Devo song.
I disagree. But
Well, then you're
it's-
disagreeing
it's
with Devo themselves.
No, it's with Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yeah.
Jerry Cassell has a different quote on it, which is a lot more cynical. He's like,
whoa.
he's like
Cynical
this-
about Weird Al?
He was just like, he's like, Dare to Be Stupid helped to perpetuate the idea that Devo was stupid and didn't have any artistic
Perpetuate.
ideas. Perpetuate. But it's like basically he blamed-
perpetuated the idea that Devo was stupid.
He basically
We're not
he's like-
stupid.
He blames. No. He like blames it for stereotyping Devo, I guess, to something that's not really cool. But I'm like, whatever. It's a cool song.
Yeah.
Jerry is just a very cynical old man who doesn't like what his band became. The end.
That's me with this podcast. Thank you and good night. No, wait. We have to do the full outro, don't we? Did we do an outro last time? I don't think we did. You've been listening to Being
No,
Mr.
we
Boop,
did.
unless you already turned it off, but then you wouldn't hear this tagline anyway.
You turned it off after the Popeil talk.
You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrboop.com for a full catalog of episodes and to sign up to host the podcast. For more updates, follow at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. Thank you and good night.
Thank you and bad night.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself, listener.
Well, he's married to the world famous Betty Boop. Gee whiz, what a lucky guy. So in love, I might make you puke. She's the apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Shama-lama ding-dong, loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.